My name is Amy Hancock, and I'm an official in the Sun Country region of USA Volleyball. I'm also an elementary school PE teacher who loves making resources that help people out. I felt like there was a need to create a guide to show you how to set up a score sheet and then to use that score sheet to score a match from video instead of making up pretend volleyball scenarios in our heads. It's not the same as sitting courtside, of course, but I'll make it as realistic as I can. First off, some quick ground rules. I'm going to be writing in red so that you can see everything clearly on the screen, but in a real match, we would always use blue or black ink. All of the words on a score sheet are written in capital letters, and now we're going to fill out all of the yellow highlighted fields. This is the items that you would complete before the match starts. So right now, we would be writing in pen. And I will tell you at times that when you could switch from pencil to pen. And then people who are really proficient in scoring will just do the whole thing in pen. Let's look at this header up here. First off, the two teams that were playing, they were in the North Texas Challenge. They were playing in Dallas, and they were at the MAC. If you were playing in a Sun Country region tournament, you might say that you were at the Apex Event Center in Lubbock or the Albuquerque Convention Center in New Mexico or the Dodge Jones facility in Abilene. Because this is a boys tournament, we would cross out men and juniors. If it was a girls event, we would cross out that women's box instead. They were in pool phase 3, and they were in a 4-team pool. So that means 6 total matches are going to be played, and this was the 4th out of those 6 matches. For the level, they were in the 18 club division. There was an 18 open division in this boys tournament. There usually is. So that's why club was written there to differentiate that. Divisions can vary from tournament to tournament though. So for a tournament in Sun Country, you could see age groups, 12s, 13s, 14s, or 15s. You could see divisions where it might say Division 1, and those are your high level 16, 17, 18 and under girls teams, all the way down to Division 6, which are our 8, 9, and 10-year-old beginners. If you're ever unsure of any of that information, find the tournament information on advanced event systems, and then you can pull everything you need from that. For filling out the teams in the header right here, it needs to be their full official names. So you would find that with the roster that the coach should have turned in before the match starts. We can always write in shortened or abbreviated words down here. We could put Tribe versus NLBC. That's fine. But in that header part, it needs to be the more formal name. In terms of the date over here, we need to write it in that exact format, but we can use dashes or backslashes and then leading zeros if you need to. So since it was January, you put 01, not just 1. They were court 3 and their match was scheduled for 7 p.m., but we record things in military time, so it was 1900 hours. Looking at our officials, the first official should have a name badge that they would give you, and you would write their name down as last name, comma, first. If they don't have a name badge, they can tell you their name, and they can also help you spell it correctly if you need that. And I don't know what this official's name was that did this match, so I just made it up and put Serena Williams. The second official might be a player or a coach from the work team, but note that region rules can differ on that, and you have to follow the rules of the region that you're playing in. Some regions do not want junior players to be second officials, but in Sun Country, we do allow our juniors to be second officials. The scorer, well, that's me. So I already wrote in my name. The work team is Kaizen 18 Black, and they're from the Oklahoma region of USA Volleyball. So that's why they put OK. But if you are a Sun Country team that is a work team, then that work team would write SU. While we would be filling out all of this yellow highlighted information, the first official should have had their captain's meeting, gone over any rules or details about the match, and done a coin toss. So after that's done, she would tell us that Next Level was going to be serving from the right side and that Tribe was going to be serving from the left. You should not write down those team names on the A side or the B side ahead of time, because if a team chooses to switch sides during the coin toss, they can do that. I've had a lot of kids write all of that information down early and then they had to white it out and redo it. Let's do our 3 X's. Next Level is serving, so we put an X in the S circle. Tribe is receiving, put an X in the R circle. And then we're going to X out this first service round box for Tribe, because number 15 is not going to get to be the first server. It's going to be number 17 for Next Level. That's Esteban. We should always do those 3 X's immediately, because I know sometimes I just forget, and I forget who the serving team was, and yeah. Now, since we know who's serving and serve receiving, the coach should be filling out lineups and turning them into the table. So we map up the Roman numeral and those uniform numbers for Tribe over to the other side. We see that their libero is number 23, and he's copied in over here. We see that their captain is number 16, and he's written right here. I've had a lot of kids get mixed up with that. They always want to put the 16 in that little box. That is not correct. We would only put a number in that box if it was a rostered captain. So the captain was noted on the team's roster. He is noted on the score sheet. Next Level, we copy over their lineup to the Roman numerals. We know that their libero is number 20, their captain is number 17. It's about time to get the match started, so we're going to go through some pretend scenarios so I can walk you through it, and then the next video will actually score the real match. The players are on the court. The liberos have swapped in for their, not swapped if we're talking technical, replaced their back row players. And number 17, Esteban, is ready to serve. So when the first official beckons for serve, that's the official start time. So she beckons for serve, start time is 19:12. Esteban is the correct server, so we're going to give him a little check mark, a little tick on the first round service box, because it's his first turn to serve. Next Level wins the first 5 points in a row right there. And then Tribe gets the side out. So we have to write an exit score for Esteban, and that's how many points are in the column, the points column. Next Level has 5. Now we're going to give a point to Tribe. We look to see who the next server for Tribe is, and it's number 16. So the official beckons for serve, and we put a check mark in that number 1 box because it's his first turn to serve. He scores a couple points. Next Level gets the side out. So Tribe's exit score is 3. Point for Next Level. Server is number 50. Now, number 15, Damien, he is our middle blocker. And sometimes our libero, number 20, will replace him and serve. So Jeff is going to do that. So number 20, Jeff, comes in and replaces Damien. We triangle position 2. That shows that Jeff is serving from position 2, and he's not allowed to serve in any other position for the rest of the set. Anytime he scores a point, then we triangle those points in the points column. So he's the correct server. She beckons, he serves. Jeff was an amazing server. I hated his serve. He would serve it at me when I coached him, and I would shank it, and he would laugh, and he was just a great kid and a great player. So he gets back there and he goes on a roll, and they get all the way to 12 points, and Tribe calls for a timeout. So the head coach requests the timeout. It is granted, and it's 30 seconds. We write Tribe's score in first because they requested it and on their side of the score sheet. So the score was 3 for Tribe, 12 for Next Level. We now use our hand signals. So we would show that Tribe has used 1 timeout, so we hold up a 1, and Next Level has used 0 timeouts, and we hold up a fist. It's not about how many you have left, it's how many you have used. So the boys come back onto the court, and we see that Jeff is still the server because he has the tick mark, but he doesn't have an exit score. So he gets back there and he serves a couple more before Tribe gets the side out. So the exit score is 14, point for Tribe. Server is number 2. So number 2 is the libero is going to come in for him. So we triangle position 3. The libero number 23 is going to serve for number 2. So we tick him. He should get triangled points, but he doesn't score anything. So we write our exit score. Here we go. Point for Next Level. Our server is number 1. So Logan is going to sub in number 3. He subs in for number 1. So we write the 3 in this little box right here. We write Next Level score first because it's their substitution. Tribe has 4. Tally the sub at the bottom. Don't forget to do those tallies for those subs. Logan is the correct server, so we tick him. And he drops a few points and gets to 18 before Tribe gets a side out. Exit score 18, point Tribe. Server is number 88. But we're going to pretend that number 7 gets mixed up and he runs back there and he serves. That is a rotational fault. So because it was the incorrect server, we will not tick that box because you only tick it if it's the correct server. Because Tribe messed up, they're going to lose the point right away, and they're going to lose the serve right away. So we have to write that exit score, which is 5. We give the point to Next Level, and now the server is number 6 for Next Level, Mason. So again, do not tick that box because it was an incorrect server. Mason goes back to serve, and he gets to 21 before Tribe gets that side out. So his exit score is 21. Tribe's score is now 6. And now the number 7, he is the correct server. So they take him and he starts serving a bunch of points. They get all the way to 15 when Next Level's coach requests a timeout, and it is granted. So we write Next Level score first, and we write the timeout in their side of the score sheet. So the score was 21 to 15. Now we show the official that each team has used 1 timeout. They come out of the timeout, and we can see that there is a check mark, but no exit score. It should still be number 7 serving. He grabs 1 more point, and then Next Level gets the side out. Point. Server is number 13. He scores 1 point and they get to 23. Exit score. Server is number 25 for Tribe. 25 serves a couple of points. And then next level wins a rally. So the exit score is 19. Point next level. Server is number 11. So we can see that next level has reached set point. So as a scorer, we would do the set point signal across our chest that is pointing to next level. The first official should nod or acknowledge it, but they should not copy it because it is an informal signal. So number 11, Jackson, goes back to serve. He misses his serve. So our exit score is 14. Point for tribe. And now you can see that all of the first service round boxes are filled. So now we start with the second set of service round boxes. So now number 15 finally gets to serve. He goes back and next level wins the rally. So we would write tribe's exit score, which is 20. We would give next level that final point. Where do we write point number 25? We're going to write it in the next service round box of the next server. So we're going to write 25 right here. But we are not going to check it because Esteban didn't serve that ball. Number 15 did. During all of this scoring time right here, when she was beckoning for serves, the rallies, the timeouts, all of that can be done in pencil. That's cool. Now the set is over and we're going to pick up our pen. We need to write our end time. So start time and end time should be done in pen. And we're doing our end time at 1934. So a 22-minute long set. And there's a 3-minute interval in between sets. So we can already write down that the next set will start at 1937. We're going to circle the final scores for the teams in pen and write those results right up here. NLVC 18 boys, they had 25 points. Tribe lost, and they had 20 points. Now we can T-bar all of our unused points. You can always use like a straight edge if you really like them to be really pretty little T's and not wiggly little T's. As a scorer, I would often check to make sure all of my substitutions were intact and they were correct. We only used one substitution for that set, and Tribe used 0 substitutions for that set. So the first set is over. The coaches should be turning in their second set of lineups. So wash, rinse, repeat. We score the second set, and we're going to say that next level wins 25 to 18. And then the end time, let's say it was a 19-minute match. So the end time would be 19:56. Now we fill in that winning set result right there in LVC 18 boys, 125, Tribe 17-1, had 18. So NLVC has won both of the sets, so they win the match. 2-0. Now I would go through all of the other processes for the second set of T-barring all of the points and all of those other things. And again, we are writing in pen now. You can do all of the scoring in pencil, but we are flip-flopping to pen. As an official, I kind of developed my own little routine of how I look over a score sheet, and I've been able to catch a lot of little mistakes and things with my routine, so I'll just share it. I go in order. I go start time, end time, start time, end time. Then I go captain, 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 libero, 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 libero. I make sure that my exit scores are ascending properly. If your exit scores are not getting bigger, you've messed up. If they're ever one exit score is the same or for some crazy reason lower than the previous exit score, you know you've done something wrong. And I make sure that the score matches up 25 to 20, 25 to 20. And then I look at the second set and it was 25 to 18. And then I record the winning team right there. I don't check mark these or usually mark on the score sheet in this way. I'm just doing it as a demonstration. Now we look at our sub counts. So next level used 1 sub, tribe used 0 subs, and then we'll pretend that next level used 3 subs and tribe used 1 sub. Just note that last year, the Sun Country region trialed 15 substitutions. So if we had a score sheet that looked like this, we would write in 13, 14, 15. And then if the 13, 14, and 15 sub were used on the other side, then we would cross back through like that. We'll have to pay attention for any rule changes for next year. I don't know if we will trial 15 subs again or if we will revert back to 12. Note with substitutions as a scorer, you need to start communicating with the coaches when they've started getting close to using all of their subs. So if there were 12 subs, then you would start talking to the coach when they've used their 9th sub. You've used 9, you've used 10, you've used 11, you've used 12, you have no subs remaining. If it's the 15 sub rule, then you would say you've used 12 subs. You've used 13, 14, 15. You have no subs remaining. If everything now is looking good as the scorer, then the scorer should sign that score sheet. And the official, they're double checking it. I'm kind of pulling double duty, pretending to be the scorer and the first official, right? And then the first official would sign it, and then they would go turn that score sheet into the table. There's one more little scenario I wanted to talk to you about in a pool play scenario. Let's pretend that in this pool play, they're only playing 2 sets to 25, and NLVC won 1 set, and Tribe won 1 set. Well, we're not playing a deciding third set because it's pool play. So we would write split 1 and 1. There are some tournaments where during pool play, you might play a deciding third set. It just kind of depends on the tournament. But most of your local tournaments are just going to be 2 sets to 25. Unless you're in a 3-team pool, and then you would have to play 3 full sets to 25. I hope that walking through this scenarios can kind of help you with getting a better grasp of filling out a score sheet. You can always rewind it, pause it, score along with me, and soon it'll start to feel like second nature. In the next video, you'll be actually able to score the first set of this match. And hopefully you'll be able to keep up and you'll do awesome. Thanks for watching and good luck at your next scoring opportunity.